Hey, good evening, SLT fam. This is Catherine coming back with another episode. Listen, it is the official 15-day countdown till Speak Life to the Nations. And I am so excited. I want all of you to plug in on October the 3rd. Head over to our Facebook page in case you're not following us yet. It is Speak Life Tour. Yes, Speak Life Tour. You can follow us on Facebook and you can follow us on any of our social media handles at Speak Life Tour. And one of the things that we just want to do on this evening is to encourage, to inspire someone to continue to be your best self. Don't allow hindrances. Don't allow any mountain that is before you that appears to be so huge that you can't get over it. You can't get around it. It may seem like it's a stumbling block. It may seem like it is hiding your very destiny. It's hiding your very purpose. But on the other side of the mountain is your destiny. It is your purpose. It's just a mirage trying to hinder you from moving forward into your destiny. So don't give up. Don't quit. Meet us on October 3rd on our Facebook Live broadcast. It will be an 8-hour broadcast. We have performing artists. We have speakers from various states, various countries that's going to be with us. We kick off at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and we close out at 9 p.m. 8 hours of inspiration, motivation, 8 hours of change, 8 hours of collaboration and partnership. We're partnering with so many individuals that are doing awesome things. You want to be a part of it. Listen, if you're just hearing about Speak Life to the Nations and you want to partner, you want to collaborate with us in some kind of a way, send us an email, pr@speaklifetour.org. Again, that's pr@speaklifetour.org. Go to our website to learn more about our organization and how we got started. Our website is speaklifetour.org. So everything is Speak Life Tour. If you forget, it's speaklifetour.org, and all of our social media handles is Speak Life Tour. And you can plug into all of our previous podcasts. If you go to our website and click on the podcast tab, and you can click on any, whatever you want to listen to, iHeartRadio, Spotify, SoundCloud. You can click on any of the links and you can listen to all of the previous podcast shows. Listen, tonight we want to talk about making a difference. And so when we talk about making a difference, we're talking about not only making a difference in your life, but we're talking about making a difference in our community. When we started Speak Life Tour 7 years ago, going into 2021 is going to mark year number 8. When we started this, right? We started it with one primary reason: to create a platform for creators, to create a platform for thought leaders and performing artists and speakers and individuals that wanted to see a shift in our community. That is why we started. So to the visionaries out there that's kind of on the borderline of, should I launch my program? Should I launch my business? I'm not really sure if this is the right season. I'm not really sure if this is the right time. We're telling you this is this right season. This is the right time for you to launch out there and implement. It's the season of execute, right? We cannot continue to live or dwell in the past. The question we have to ask ourselves is, how are we going to be living right now? How are we going to be living right now? What are we going to be doing? Even this upcoming fourth quarter, it starts October the 1st. How are we going to be living out our fourth quarter? What goals are we going to attack, right? We call this show SLT, The Talk. We talk about various things. And tonight we're talking about making a difference. Making a difference sometimes requires us to step outside of our comfort zone. Making a difference, sometimes it talks about sacrifice. What are you willing to sacrifice to make a difference? Sometimes we have to make a difference in our own personal life as well. What do we need to do to sacrifice? What do we need to change to make a difference in our own life so we're not sitting in the same position next year? Sometimes we are in the same predicament year after year because we never launch out into the deep. We never fully say goodbye to the past. We hold on to bits and pieces of the past, and they sometimes duplicate themselves in our present. And we wonder why we feel suffocated. We wonder why, we're not moving ahead. We wonder why we feel stifled. It's because the past is continually recycle itself into the present. And so we must say goodbye to the past. How hard it may be. It will be challenging. It will be hard to say goodbye. It will be hard to step out there and own who you are and be who you are and to step into the unknown or really to step into your true identity. It is difficult. And sometimes, guess what? You will not have that cheering corner. You will not have that person that's going to pat you on your back. the person will not be there sometimes. And so what do you do when you're in that state of isolation? That's the time for you to get to know yourself. That's the time for you to embrace who you are. Flaws and all, embrace who you are. In order to make a difference in our community, in our family, in our business, and make a difference in our own individual life, we have to walk in our true identity. We have to walk authentically in who we are. And a lot of times we're not walking authentically who we are because we are trying to mimic someone else. We're wearing a mask and we're doing this makeshift. Depending on who I'm around, I will shift who I am to fit in. We have to say goodbye to fitting in. We have to say goodbye to the past. We have to say goodbye to those toxic relationships. You know, we're closing out this month pretty swiftly. What do we need to say goodbye to? What are those things that's hindering us? What are those things that's holding us back? What are those things that we need to say goodbye to? You know them. We've been sitting on them for a long time because it's so hard to let it go. But we can't truly make a change and impact change the way we want until we let go of those things that are toxic around us. Sometimes we stay sick because we're in an environment that is toxic and is constantly fueling a negative energy around you, constantly fueling negative things that will not allow you to live in a place of more than enough, in a place where you can grow, in a place where you can thrive. You're constantly sick. And it doesn't just have to be necessarily, like a cold or a flu or, sick in that way. But sometimes we are sick in our mindset where sometimes we don't even feel like pulling ourselves out the bed because there's so much stuff on us. It's so much stuff compounded year after year, year after year. And we haven't had the will or the determination or the desire to say goodbye to what no longer serves us. I want you to think for a second, what no longer serves you? Think for a second. That thing that you just thought about that no longer serves you. As we flow into the fourth quarter, it's going to be time to create some change. And why do I say create change instead of make change? Because create is an action word. We have to do something, right? We've been making for a long time. We've been saying we're going to do stuff for a long time, but now it's time to create. It's time to kick into action and do. In order for us not to live in a place of dormancy, we have to create something. So I ask you, what have you been sitting on that you know that you need to create, but you haven't created it because of the toxic environment that you're in, or the toxic mindset that continues to play scenes of your past? And maybe it's all lodged in your mind and you're playing these scenes of the past over and over and over again, and it created a toxic mindset. I submit to you, create some positive affirmations over these next couple of weeks, and I want you to recite it to yourself. Take time tonight to create these affirmations, and for the remainder of September, say it to yourself over and over and over again. I am more than a conqueror. I am a change maker. I will create change. I am not a failure. I am successful. I am, awesome. I am great. Whatever the I am statement you need to create for you. My business will thrive. My family will thrive. My community will thrive. I will not sit on the seat of do nothing no longer. I will not sit on my gifts. I will not sit on my talents. I will not allow toxic people in my circle. I will not allow myself to drink toxic, to drink anything that's going to kill me, to drink anything that is going to take away my voice. I will not allow those toxic things entering into my body. I will watch what I watch on TV. I will watch what I take in. I will watch my surroundings. I will watch who I put myself around. Because I'm coming into a season that is time for change. It's time for a shift, and it's time for a change. And if you are in agreement with this, send us an email, info@speaklifetour.org, or DM us on Instagram or any of the social media handles. If you're ready for this shift, connect with us. It's time for the shift. It's time to move out on your gifts and callings and everything that's on the inside of you. No longer sitting on it. October 3rd, again, it's the 15-day countdown to October the 3rd. Speak life to the nations. I want to see you there live on Facebook. As we go live, it's going to also be a moment that's going to help propel you and prepare you for 2021. Again, follow us on Facebook, speaklifetour.org. Check out our website, speaklifetour.org. I'm going to see everybody at the top. It's time for you to create change.